Alrighty, you guys, welcome back to a brand new episode here on
The ankle.
Hey Amber.
Hello, honey. Welcome to my shit show.
So this is going to be another minimal editing video because it's going to be a long one, you guys. Definitely well over an hour, probably two. I just got about 16 or so orders sent out. So if you ordered some merch, it's coming soon, all right? So there's that. Thank you to everyone that has ordered so far. And yeah, I really do appreciate you guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe, become a channel member. Let's dive right into this because it's juicy, you guys, all right? And I think this live stream highlighted everything, but more so that Brittany and Erica, shady freaking characters too. I don't think any of us were like, woohoo, yeah, for them, you know? We're just excited that finally something's happening in Girl World. But I'm gonna let you see because she gets snappy at Jordy, which real freaking rich Erica, alright? Go back to the gym, bro. Anyways, y'all, let's just dive right into this, shall we?
As far as
just everything in general. I mean, I'm not sure if you had time today to watch Amberlynn's response.
nah, we don't.
She says no, but then touches on a lot of things that Amberlynn said. So, I don't know, Erica.
We haven't watched it.
Okay. All right. I suppose that we will just hop right on into this. So, something that has been brought up with Amberlynn is Amberlynn receiving money or Erica receiving money. So, other than the headphones, the Lego, and the moon photo, was there ever like rent money involved? Were there any other gifts?
No. The rent money was not to me. She would not tell me who.
I have a feeling it's to Alexis because the way Alexis has been literally like a lapdog to Amber and, you know, just kind of like a yes man and whatnot, and just constantly, oh, Pookie, you're doing so great. I mean, one, I think it's because Alexis has a bit of a crush and Amber is like, no, dog, sorry, not interested. But also, I think Amber's probably paying Alexis's rent.
That was for.
Because why is it that they always feel the need to specify, like, oh, Alexis is working. She's got her own job. Like, yeah.
I have a good estimation, but I don't want to say who that is. But I know that some people did borrow money from her, but I never gotten any type of money from her, no.
Okay.
No, but you gave a lot of money, so that's like, bruh. Bruh.
So there were people that were/are receiving Amberlynn for money, kind of getting help from her, but
Yeah, nothing like serious. I mean, like, you know, like friends and I think like her family or something. I don't know.
Yeah, probably Mama too. Mama Lynn getting some of that pay.
Like, not her mom, but
Doubt it. Grandma? Yeah. Like, dude, she only has X amount of family members that she talks about, so.
I think her brother or something like that.
She's giving money to her brother, who is still in active addiction? Okay. Okay, Amber. Yeah, no, good job.
oh, okay, alrighty.
Yeah.
So she is alleging a lot throughout this stream, and she talks about it for about an hour and a half, that it was pretty made aware that you guys had an open marriage. Was that the case, and was that how it was described to her?
No.
So, sorry to interrupt, but she basically said that
Amber was also once again in this live stream, in the chat, everything. Like, dude, she was literally begging to be added onto the call. Amber, no one wants to talk to you, all right? No one does, because we know your game, and no one is going to subject themselves to that. So stop asking, okay? Put out your story on your YouTube if it's that freaking important. Stop bugging the reaction channels.
During a long period of your relationship, she was under the impression.
Because it's also mad annoying whenever she would pop in, the chat would go freaking crazy, which, like, I get it. I get it. Everyone wants to message and get Amber's attention. But, like, I like it when it's moving at a normal pace and I can actually read. All I could see was her icon pop up for a split second and then bam, it was gone.
That you guys were in an open marriage, and then it came to a point where you disclosed that it actually wasn't an open marriage, and she was okay with that. She felt bad about it, but she was okay with it.
No. I basically was. It was not stated that I was in an open marriage.
Okay.
Oh, then what was it?
She also went on to say that you guys are only in a marriage because of.
Because didn't Erica agree that it was just for a financial thing? Like, that's what she said to Amber. It was a troll, so, like, we're not going to beat around the bush. They straight up lied to her.
Financial reasons, like, on paper, it's more beneficial to.
I mean, you know, I wouldn't say that's okay, obviously. Like, you know, I don't think this was right to happen. But also, it's kind of what we've been warning Amberlynn of for years, with her going and making friends and meeting girlfriends online. Like, eventually she's going to meet the right one that's going to match her crazy. And these two ladies seem to have matched it.
In a marriage than single.
That is something that that's just something that I came up with, I guess,
Okay.
to kind of
So
ease it out.
did you say that fell more into the lines of, like, the trolling?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me kind of get your take on that. Amberlynn seems to be under the impression that you guys were open, and this is her way of saying this is why it was okay for us to be in a relationship, because they were open.
No. No.
So just flat out no, that's just a complete made up lie that.
Yeah, like, Brittany knew about it for a little bit and, everything like that. But then, I was, of course,
See, it's not, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but it's not adding up for me.
kind of kept talking to her without Brittany knowing. And no, it was not ever disclosed that I was in an open marriage.
Oh. See, I mean, this is kind of what I mean when I say that this is a complete 180, because Amber.
Well, it also seems to be a bit of a 180 from what she said just yesterday. So, or the day before that. I'm a little bit behind on this. Listen, y'all, it was late last night. I went to bed at like 9. After working on the frickin' 4+ hour long one. Oh my god.
Lynn is basically saying on her live
Well, it was 3+ hours, but still.
stream that this is not the case at all, that you made it very clear to her that it was an open marriage. I mean, did you ever say anything like, we have freedom to do what we want sexually with other people?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, complete 180.
But then she does later go on to admit that, oh yeah, she was sending, like, sex videos to Amber. So what?
As far as the past relationships go, I know that Brittany kind of alluded to this earlier. Is there anything that you would like to say in regards to Destiny, Becky, Jade?
Leave Beck out of it.
Well,
And she does. Jordy pretty much quickly cuts her off to not say anything about Beck. So kudos to him for that.
which ones do you want to hear about? Let's pull out the list here and you just tell me. I mean, she's threatening, apparently she made threats about, me not trying her because of the prison job and stuff, but it all just depends on where you want me to start. But she's making threats, and I'm not sure, like, what she could say that I could possibly, use against her in a more lawful matter if that's the way she wants to go. But
Ooh, they were throwing around a lot of legal threats, I would say.
but she doesn't have any receipts as far as anything that I told her about.
Well, I mean, girl, I wouldn't go pressing it. She does claim that she has all of the texts, and then Erica goes on to claim that she does too, even though in the live stream the other night she said she deleted everything. I mean, you can go online and very easily get the text records and whatnot. That's not an issue. But, yeah.
My job.
So what do you? I do have that on here about Amberlynn talking about prison and what you quote may or may not have done while in prison with people.
This seems so shady of Amberlynn also to go and do, But also I can recognize that there probably is some toxicity in that realm. 'Cause I ain't gonna say, obviously, this isn't for everyone. I'm sure there are some great people out there that are really helping to improve the lives of the people that they're looking over. But let me tell you what, the amount of correctional people that I've met that, they clearly got something wrong with them, sadistic fucks. It's off the charts, you guys, okay? I'm sorry, but it is, Stanford prison experiment. Hello.
What do you know about her relationship from last year with Jade / wifey?
Well, oh boy, hold on. I kind of scrambled writing stuff down, so I'll just start from the back page. Apparently, Jade was verbally abusive to her.
So, also, let's take this with a grain of salt, or whatever the saying is, that this was told to Erica from Amber, and we know how Amberlynn loves to twist stories, so it probably most likely is the other way around, that Amberlynn was the verbally abusive one. But also I think with Jade, at least, it could match up. It really could.
Hold on, I'm going to list. Jade had pushed her to the floor.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that doesn't sound hard to do, but that's obviously not okay. Although, didn't she say Jade pushed her to the floor when the whole choking on the potato incident happened? Do we think that could be that incident, or another one?
Flipped on her because she landed on Jade's clothes basket, and then she claims that she had to pull.
Yo, that clothes basket got freaking pulverized to atoms.
A knife out of Jade's hand.
That's crazy.
She choked Jade. She slapped Jade. She tore up Jade's work desk.
Yeah. I mean, I believe it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say Jade isn't toxic as well, but we know Amberlynn really, really is.
Okay. So in terms of anything physical related, let's try to leave that vague. Let's try to.
Jordy worried about the monetization. I feel you, brother.
Say things along the lines of they just got physical.
I don't know how to. I don't do this, so I don't know.
I understand.
She doesn't know all the rules and whatnot, but then later on says, I know the rules of YouTube. I know what I can and can't say. So, I'm all for, us still ragging on Amber. I don't think Erica's flip-floppiness and her craziness really diminishes the fact that Amberlynn is still a psycho, We now we got multiple lol cows.
No, I understand. I'm just trying to navigate it on the fly right here. So you're completely fine. You're completely fine. So Amberlynn has also kind of disclosed to us that when she was in a relationship with Jade. They had very high highs and very low lows. So when she said something along the lines of them having very low lows, it kind of made my mind go to, were there some incidents? Were there predicaments? So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we all figured that much. If she was, quote unquote, you know, abusive with other relationships, then yeah, I'm going to guess that she was in this one as well.
Jade would give her like silent treatments and, you know, laugh at her while she was crying and
Jade sounds like I hate her too.
things like that. But they did.
But also, like, let's legitimately think about it. Amberlynn probably busted out those tears every damn second she could, you know? Like, she weaponizes her emotions. I'm not going to say that I wouldn't have a chuckle if someone tried to weaponize their tears against me as well. And I have a feeling that's why most people don't want to talk to Amberlynn, is because they know she's going to weaponize her own emotions against them.
Get physical with each other.
So would you say that is the point that that's why they kind of broke up and why it wasn't able to continue?
Well, I think what was told to me was Jade said Amberlynn said she couldn't do this anymore, and Jade looked at her and said, I can't do this anymore. So
I think Amberlynn was saying that, hoping that Jade would, like, see the ultimatum that was being presented and freak out, you know? But she fully took the bait, and I think that probably shook Amberlynn a bit.
I guess that's where the mutual breakup had happened. And
I mean, it clearly wasn't mutual. I think Amberlynn said it in the heat of the moment, and then probably a fight happened. Her, like, defiant behavior came out, and she stuck with it, and then a week later, you know, she was the one bawling her eyes out.
And then I guess that's when she started talking to that other girl. I don't know if I'm allowed to say her name.
Oh, girl, who cares?
Kind of.
Okay. So yeah, I remember the summer fling of last summer. Yeah.
There seemed to be, like, multiple. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Jade have problems with maybe some types of things that she consumed?
Jordy beating around the bush, my God.
Oh,
She was an alcoholic, we know that.
boy. Am I going to get in trouble for saying the words on here?
Well, just keep it vague. Yes, no. So
Yeah.
there
The quickness, yeah.
were things that were consumed that may have altered the decision-making process of Jade.
Yeah, Amberlynn didn't do any of that stuff though. It was Jade, from what I was told.
Do you know was Amberlynn supporting Jade? Was Jade contributing to the bills? Because Amberlynn made it seem like they were a 50-50 kind of relationship, but...
Yeah, from what she told me, yeah, that's the same story.
Oh, okay, so she had...
I mean, yes, okay, we can recognize that, but also to pretend like there's still not financial gain in that? Like, come on. Come on. No doubt Wifey was in a better financial spot once the breakup happened than when she went into the relationship. I would say, clearly.
Job, she was living there. Do you know anything about the car? Whose car?
That was Jade's.
Oh, okay.
I don't know as though Amberlynn would admit to anyone else in the future that she actually bought someone else's car again for him.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Interesting. So do you have anything to say regarding Becky or Destiny?
Yeah, let's leave Beck out of it.
In things that people might be interested to know.
Well, just okay. So we're done with the Jade subject. Right?
I don't know if there's anything. I'm a little bit worried about potentially saying something that might go along the lines of
Strike.
Violence.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I
won't say that was probably the worst of it. That was the worst of it.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty bad.
Okay. I mean,
So-
was there anything else that stuck out to you about Jade that may have?
Jade was the one that drove her to Oklahoma
Girl, catch up. We knew this.
and helped her get settled, and apparently they got into a fight over the internet, and
I believe it.
Jade just like stormed out and left her.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious to me.
That's the last I know of them.
Okay.
And no one no contact. Ah!
That's like where things were cut ties, and she said she continued to text Jade, stating that she missed her afterwards, and Jade didn't really respond.
Got it. Okay, I think that's all we're gonna address here as far as past relationship goes. I mean, I don't think that Becky really wants to be involved with all of this. I mean,
True.
I was gonna, ask about Becky and stuff like that, but I think maybe it's best that we move on. So, Amberlynn says that there were many cheating incidents prior to this, and that you are a serial cheater, and this has been going on many times, and that...
I don't think that, I mean, yeah, most likely, duh, but, like, I don't think that adds to Amberlynn's case, because, like, girl, you were still dumb enough to think that they would choose you, okay? That's the thing of it all. Like, sure, Erica could be a serial cheater. You thought you were special enough? Okay, Amber. Sorry, sweetheart, but, hate to burst your bubble there.
Brittany has also cheated on you, and that your marriage is, quote, a mess.
No. No. So, I'm not perfect. I had an incident like 5 years ago, and we had squashed that. That was squashed. But as far as me talking about Brittany doing anything, no.
Okay. So is this on your end? This is maybe like the second or ish time that something like this
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Has Brittany ever been unfaithful to you?
Not necessarily.
Jordy was hitting the hard-hitting questions, all right?
No.
Amberlynn seems to think that she was.
Well, Amberlynn thinks a lot of things.
Okay.
She doesn't really know Brittany like that.
True.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people dislike Alexis, Amberlynn's new best friend. What is the deal with her? So, like, were they ever romantic? Is she friends with Emily? Did she know Emily in real life? What's kind of the deal with her?
I don't know much about Emily Oak Willow, whatever her name is. I don't know. I know that Alexis was like low-key a creep.
Oh, I believe it. Those eyes,
Which was described to me in so many words, but yes, at one point they did have some weird thing going on with each other, and they had a crush and things like that. And I think that Alexis kind of wants to be in Amberlynn's life more than Amberlynn wants her in her life.
I would say that's very apparent.
So, yeah.
Kind of seems like it might be two overbearing people that...
Yeah.
Imagine how overbearing you have to be for Amberlynn to think you're overbearing. Okay? Let that just sink in.
And I'm not...
Although, to be fair, I don't really want to keep giving this Alexis girl any clout by saying her name and talking about her and whatnot. She just... It's so irrelevant to the storyline. It really is. And she's just trying to insert herself so much. Like, oh, girl, give it a freaking break.
Sure what, like, Alexis has said about me, but I didn't really know, like, what she looked like. But I kept... like seeing this person on my TikTok visiting my profile,
Ooh. T.
And multiple times you can see people visiting your stuff on TikTok, and I was like, who is this girl? And I like looked at her profile, and then I happened to see a reel with Alexis's face in it. I was like, that's who she is. So Alexis is talking junk about me, but she was all over my profile.
Of course she was. She was stalking you for Pookie.
And liking videos and stuff of my...
Oh. Also, I checked out Erica's public Instagram at least. If that's the one that Amberlynn was talking about, like, there's no photos of her girlfriend on there. Yeah, because it's a workout, like, account. It's entirely just gym stuff. So, if that's the gotcha that you have, Amber, you might want to look for another one.
And I just, now she, like, is talking crap about me. I don't understand what that is.
She also did say earlier.
Well, of course she is, dude. Now that Amber doesn't like you, she, of course, has to not like you as well.
Earlier today that she tried to intervene on Amberlynn's behalf and tried to be in Amberlynn's ear, telling her that talking to you and dating you or doing whatever Amberlynn did with you was a bad idea.
Yeah, because she wanted Amber for herself.
Well, I mean, Alexis has her...
So
her
I
ways.
actually have her little. Oh, did she take it down? I think that she took it down.
I
What?
really don't care about Alexis. I don't care about what she says. She's irrelevant. She is just... I think she's just one of Amber's puppets, honestly. And this whole
1,000%. And that's how she wants her friends to be.
ordeal, she wants the clout,
Wants the cloud, kind of just wants to have her name involved.
Yeah, and I mean, it's whatever. And apparently she turned the comments off of something that she posted about me. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, so a question that we kind of came up with after you and I got off the phone yesterday is, so we went back and watched some of Amberlynn's old videos, and we were watching her receive the Lego. We were watching her receive the moon photo and everything. Was Brittany not watching those videos during that time? Because our kind of question was, well, if Brittany was watching these videos and she was witnessing Amberlynn receive all these gifts, wouldn't she have known that you guys were talking?
No, we didn't watch her for that whole ordeal. Ever since I started messaging her.
We have to also remember this is over like a year time span. So it might seem like things move really quickly, and I do agree the timeline seems to get muddy. It's over a decent amount of time. So, yeah.
Like, she stopped watching her videos, and I've semi-stopped watching her videos.
Okay.
I'd watch one, every once in a while I would, because she'd tell me, hey, I posted a video, and I would watch it,
There was a post that Brittany made back in April on some Facebook group talking about Amber. I believe that Brittany's called her the size of a planet or something. So, I don't know. It kind of seemed like she was watching the videos, but you guys kind of just checked out from watching Amberlynn.
Yeah. Yeah, that was years ago, though.
Years ago.
Yeah, that was what, a few years ago?
That was when I was part of Hater Nation. I'm
Yeah.
still part of Hater Nation.
That was whenever she first got a part of Hater Nation, which she's still a part of.
Okay.
Which, Amberlynn knew.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I don't have that screenshot pulled up right now, but I thought that was made like 3-4 months ago. But after, the fall of last year or whatever,
We need like a comprehensive actual timeline of this shit, because it starts to not make much sense. I'm gonna be honest.
guys just weren't really watching. So it was just
Yeah.
you. It was just you watching Amberlynn and you talking to her behind the scenes, and Brittany was kind of checked out.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. something about Abby and Danielle. Were these people that Amberlynn was also talking to? Was it also in conjunction to Emily? Was Amberlynn talking to like 5 different women at the same time?
I didn't know about Emily until all this crap came about, honestly. But Abby and Danielle, yeah. Danielle was the married one, and
Well, it sounds like Danielle might just be a friend. I don't know about the romantic implications, but I mean, hey, that makes sense, right? It makes sense for our girlie.
Abby was the young one that, was a jerk to Amberlynn.
Oh, she was rude to Amberlynn.
Yeah, I mean, she did say mean stuff to her, and I guess that's where it came in that I told her to stop talking to her friends, which I didn't. I was just like, it makes no sense that you talk to these people and they talk to you like this. Like,
I mean, true, if, it's to be believed that Amberlynn was telling the truth about what they're saying.
even Alexis was mean to her. And she told me about that. And I was like, why even deal with her? And she's like, well, I kind of just haven't been talking to her because everyone thinks that Alexis is so-called Valentine. And now she's trying to, she felt like Alexis was trying to get clout or something. I don't know. Like that
Interesting.
was a phone conversation. So I couldn't say verbatim how she worded that exactly. But that was the sum of it.
Yeah. Okay. So Amberlynn throughout her stream earlier today made it very clear that she almost didn't want to admit that she was a homewrecker. But I mean, we're kind of hearing here now from you that it was disclosed to her that it wasn't an open marriage.
Oh.
And that this Danielle person was married. So Amberlynn's talking to multiple people. I mean, I don't know. Was everybody telling her that it was an open marriage? Huh.
So, hold on a second.
Okay.
What are you looking at? Oh.
Oh.
Okay. If she, okay, that last one on your post, no idea what that is even about.
Which?
Where's these comments coming from? We're on your live, but we have it silent.
I have
Girl, what?
I have like a notepad pulled up on the screen. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. Is that your questions?
They're questions, talking points. I'm just kind of going down the line.
Okay.
So we're like on this one right now. It's highlighted.
Sorry about that. I was looking. I thought somebody had commented that I wasn't sure.
No problem.
Okay, your next question. Repeat that last question.
So Amber had a very hard time understanding why Brittany may have wanted to get involved with this, because she has said the line of work that Brittany is in, and she thinks that it's kind of unethical to know that someone may have been aware of the fact, given their job, that Amberlynn had BPD, and it would be wrong to mess with someone that was a therapist, and I guess she's alleging should have known better. So I guess Brittany's opportunity now to kind of disclose her job title, what she does, if she wants to disclose that, and her opinion on Amberlynn's claims that this was wrong, unethical, anything of the sort.
Okay, so as far as my career, I am not a behavioral therapist. I don't know how that got thrown in the mix, but...
Well, it's because Amberlynn just blankly said that you're a therapist.
I am not a behavioral therapist. I work in the realm, but that is not what I do, and I no longer do that. I am...
So she works in the realm, but she no longer does that.
No longer a clinician by choosing. It takes a toll. My line of work took a huge toll. That's why I had to take a step back from it.
Gotcha. So, I mean, do you kind of have any response in regards to Amberlynn? I mean, she spent a pretty decent amount of time of her live stream earlier saying that this was completely unethical. You should have known better. She really drilled this home. So, I mean, do you kind of look back on this now and think like, maybe I shouldn't have done this?
I mean, I'll be honest, yeah, it doesn't look good, but also at the same time, it's not Amberlynn's therapist. So, like, would it matter? I don't know.
Or do you not really? Was it just fun?
My thing is, as someone that also suffers from some of the same ailments Amber claims that she have, which mine are actually diagnosed, it wasn't really... she's trying to make it sound a lot worse than it actually is. When in reality, what we came up with was, on my part, was see if you can get Amberlynn to respond to you back. See if she just shows any interest. That's as far as my part in this went. So
anything after that, you know, that's on Erica, which makes sense. It makes sense, you know. I don't know why Amberlynn is... because she flip-flops. She's like, Brittany's a victim in this and as well, and then turns around and is like, oh, but she's a therapist. Like, she should lose her license for this. Like, you know? Yeah.
Whatever.
I guess they were wrong to say that it started off as a troll, but that was Erica's words, to be fair. I think Brittany's the way more level-headed one in this relationship, but still a little bit, you know. Cool.
When I noticed that things were becoming a problem, I'm like, just stop talking to her. And that's when I stopped engaging in watching videos. I was still a part of Hater Nation, Hater Outpost, all of the things that I regularly follow, because, I mean, this was nothing. I was unaware of the severity of what was going on. So I was actually kind of hurt by the whole thing because, like, I don't know, I didn't like it. So I was kind of hurt by it. So I stopped watching. I was no longer interested in being in that world. So that's when Erica kind of took it upon herself to go from there.
Yeah. Would you, what time of would you guys say that you personally, Brittany, not her, just you, would you like mentally checked out of this, like November of last year?
I want to say that I knew of them speaking one time. And
so,
interesting.
Were you largely were you in the dark here?
Yeah, I was I would say 98% in the dark, because I thought when I told Erica, hey, just stop talking to her,
that would be the end. Yeah, that makes sense. That does. And I mean, obviously, it sounds like Brittany's got Erica by the balls, man, okay? Like, and respectfully so. You know, get your woman. But, yeah, I don't think Brittany was as aware of all this, you know, when it went down.
Because it's kind of...
And the only reason, y'all, that Brittany felt the need to jump in was because Amber name dropped them. Well, apparently she name dropped everyone in the situation on Snapchat, but I don't know about that. But she name dropped Erica, and with how, you know, girl world works, she was quickly found.
Taken up a lot of time, and I'm not okay with it. From then on, I knew nothing.
Okay. So, I mean, how did this kind of go out on Erica's end? Was she doing these kind of phone calls and taking these kind of pictures behind your back? Because Amberlynn also did say at one point that she had a routine worked out with Erica, that they would wait until you went to work and then they would call each other, and that's kind of... So was it just all kind of done behind your back?
Yeah, the whole thing completely was done behind my back. From
Yikes.
the point that I told her to have no more contact, from then on, everything was done completely behind my back.
Okay. So what was a little bit contradictory in her live stream earlier today is when we heard from Erica yesterday that she said, sometimes you just like to drive home from work with music on or just to turn it off and everything. Amberlynn kind of had a different take on that, and she kind of said that it was more so Erica
We're literally hitting every point.
was the one pushing for these phone calls, pushing to be on. So basically,
And you know what? Obviously, huge props to Jordy for taking all of this on. This is a massive endeavor, and to be like the Girl World correspondent for it, it's so iconic.
what I got from yesterday was Erica was kind of the one saying Amberlynn was overwhelming with needing attention and everything.
I love that this like whole drama is treating the reaction channels so well. You know, like it's not just my channel by any means. I think everyone's channels are benefiting from this. So I love to see it.
But Amberlynn's kind of alleging that Erica was the one that was always wanting attention and everything of the sort.
So I've been married to Erica for going on 9 years now. And when we have always had, she would call me when she got off work. She'd let me know she's on her way home. And from then on, then this was an hour drive, when she did work far away, that she used that time between getting off work and getting home to decompress. And
That makes so much sense.
she done that by listening to music, taking
Of course, Amberlynn would have an issue with that, right?
quiet time in her car. That was like her time, and I had respect for that. I never had any issues with that, but that was not abnormal. Erica is not really the type to be a real phone-oriented, talk on the phone type person. She never has been, and that's going back 9 years.
Well, I mean, even she said that she would be on the phone for quite a while with Amber. Of course, maybe at the persistence of Amber, you know.
So, I mean, even when she got off work, it was okay. I'm on my way home. That's been the routine for many, many years. So that, I just don't believe that.
Okay.
And to piggyback on that, so I do take medication. I take I guess it's antidepressant. I take Prozac, and you can't just stop taking that, or it causes withdrawals. You can't just stop taking it because it messes with your brain. And I had a late doctor's appointment one time, and I didn't have my medication for like 3 days. Like, I thought I was going to have to go to the ER or something just to get a dose of Prozac, because my brain, I don't. You could look up the withdrawals of Prozac. Whoever wants to, you'll see. I experienced all that, and me and her had gotten into an argument, and she said, "Withdrawals or not, I deserve a certain amount of time."
Bruh. I mean, hey, we saw what she made Beck do when Beck was freaking catatonic, so.
Attention every day. That is what she stated to me. And so that is
That's crazy.
she can say I'm
Makes sense, though, for Amber.
fine all she wants to, because that was one of the things that really stuck to me and really made me think, oh shit, like, sorry, excuse my language, oh man, this is a problem, because apparently, I was going through a hard time, and to her, it was, regardless of withdrawals or not, that came out of her mouth, she deserves love and attention every day.
That's crazy, yo. That is crazy.
By the person that she cares about.
Okay.
So I did call her and, gave her my time home and my time to work, because that's what she wanted. And there was times I was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym, and she wanted me to call her then.
Oh, she's probably up. She was probably up still from the previous day. To
Yes.
go back just a second, sorry to ask about Jade one more time, but just one more question regarding Jade. Was it ever said that if Jade was like in a poly relationship, or as far as you know, were they monogamous?
They were. She stated that Jade gave up Polly for her. That's the gist I got out of it. Jade gave up Polly for her because she loved her so much.
Okay, so kind of she had those kind of interests, but she was willing to give them up for Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay, so now kind of getting to the end of the stream, Amberlynn around the 2-hour mark said, basically that if you guys have receipts and if you're willing to leak things, then so is she. And she, quote, knows. Oh, she actually made a special point. She said, let me go ahead and look in the camera for this. And then she looked straight in the camera and said, I know what you did inside of prison. So what might she be referring to? What does she think that she has on you?
Oh, well, so I worked at maximum custody, and I would always like tell her stories of things that happened, like things I was involved in, like crazy mess that I saw. And yeah, it was a job requirement to basically, I told her crazy stories like, hey, I used force on these individuals whenever it was necessary, and I have documents of that. I have reports of that I had to do, and there was footage that they had to review cameras just to make sure that I wasn't like excessive with it. But like all of that is on video with the state, so I'm not sure what she's like referring to. That might have told her some stories like before me and my, wife got together, like officially, because I had just started working at the prison a couple of months before me and Brittany got together, and some crazy stuff happened then too. But I mean, that was before my marriage, and Brittany knows about all those things. So I'm not sure what she's talking about, unless she's gonna exaggerate what I told her, like the crazy stories. I could write a book on my career in the prison. I could definitely write a novel. But she kind of felt weird about it because, I guess, family was in prison, but it was different than what I was dealing with. I was dealing with people on death row. I was dealing with, y'all can YouTube this, the Taco Bell Strangler. I was dealing with the man that killed Shania Davis. That was a big national thing years ago. I was dealing with a lot of people.
Honestly, the way that she was kind of describing it is like, I kind of got the interpretation that
I thought she was getting at that she was violent and was mistreating, prisoners.
She was maybe suggesting that you were intimate with an inmate.
What? It was a men's facility.
Oh, okay. All right.
No.
I wasn't aware of that. Wasn't aware of that. No. That's just kind of how it hit me at first.
I will tell you, I was there for, like I said, close 9-10 years, and I only had one written warning, and that had to do with an attendance issue, with a unit that I was in, because I was having problems, and they, people, me and the unit manager didn't get along, and whenever
this is so much unnecessary information. I'm sorry.
Comes to upper management, if they want to nitpick someone, they will. So I was that person, and I got a write up. But I mean, that was it. Maybe a couple of counseling sessions for me losing my cool. But other than that, no, I would never do something like that. And I have a bunch of people. A crowd of people in my phone. I could message and be like, hey, was I ever intimate with an inmate? And they would state no. Like, I never inmates never even said anything out the way like that to me.
Gotcha.
If anything, I got called a dude. You know,
Because I mean, my mind just kind of went to the most controversial thing.
No, absolutely not. No.
Maybe if you would have done something illegal on the job.
No.
Side eye.
Okay.
No.
Another thing that so Amberlynn had a very different story when it came to Life 360. Do you kind of just want to go over it one more time as to how Amberlynn was added to Life 360, how you guys were tracking each other's locations? Because in her live stream, she kind of made it out to seem like you were very much so interested in tracking her as much as she was.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
Her tracking you.
No, absolutely not. That's not true. So I know everyone probably thinks, oh, she has Life 360. She's nuts. I have a group on there. It's me, it's Brittany, it's my in-laws, and it's my grandmother-in-law. We're all on there together. So it's not just me and Brittany looking at each other. You know, we keep in touch with the grandmother. We keep in touch with my father-in-law. We keep in touch with my mother-in-law. And because they're far away, they're like an hour away. So, like, if Brittany goes to visit them, that's an hour drive, you know. So, you know, we just make sure that we're okay. It's not, oh, we got to creep on each other. It's not that at all. But
I mean, that's how Amberlynn uses it.
She was, like I said, she had tried to get me to leave the house and be like, just go somewhere and try.
Also, I love how Amberlynn was like, she would message me literally anytime I went somewhere. Literally the one time a week you would leave, she probably got a notification that you're actually moving for once.
Call me. And I was like, for what? You know, like, my wife's going to be like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, you know, there's no explanation to that. She was like, she found out I had Life 360, and she kind of like made a joke about it at first. She's like, I really think you should consider us having Life 360. And she did. She mentioned it multiple times. She wanted me to give her a house tour, you know, on FaceTime. She wanted me to show her areas of the house, and I wouldn't do it. She always wanted a house tour. She wanted to see what my house looked like. Weird as that. And I don't know, that's pretty weird to me, but it was just, that's
the thing that didn't make sense to me is you wanting to track Amberlynn. I mean, Amberlynn doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
So that didn't really make sense for me necessarily. So I don't know how that app works, but if you can see their location, I mean, you're always just going to see her in one spot on the couch.
Thank you, yeah. Yeah, and there's just some other things that she told me about other people. And
so do you still have text messages, receipts, things of the sort with Amberlynn?
I do.
But claimed that she didn't originally. Nah.
Did you, I mean, at any point, did you like erase messages? I mean,
No.
So, I mean, are you...
So now she didn't erase the messages, but before, all the messages I had, I erased stupidly. You see, like,
Are you interested in showing receipts if Amberlynn in the future claims things? I mean, do you kind of have this like, oh, I mean, you can say this, but here's the screenshot, like...
Honestly, I did like think about that, and I did take it into consideration, but I'm not stooping to that level. Like, she can stoop to that level and embarrass herself, but I'm not stooping to that level. And that's not to respect her, but that's, you know, just to like respect this whole situation. This whole situation would have never happened had she not said my name. She said my name, and she promised she wouldn't. I don't know if anyone...
True. That is true, you know? The only reason all of this ever came out is because Amberlynn name-dropped her. For no reason other than to try and divert energy away from the Tommy situation. And I understand people are getting frustrated that we are talking about this instead of the Tommy situation. But we're going to need to talk about it nonetheless, right? so we might as well address it. But keep it in the back of your minds. Once, and I think this live stream, honestly, Amber's response, that'll be that. I don't think there's much more that needs to be done with this topic. Now, let's put the pressure back on the Tommy situation.
Leaked you the phone call that between Amberlynn and Brittany, but she even told Brittany, I respect y'all enough not to say your names. And apparently a Snapchat was posted and then deleted with all of our names in it that she posted. And
I don't know about that. I don't have her on Snapchat.
It was bullcrap. And apparently Brittany was getting called a crazy wife and this, that, and third. And that's the only reason why me and Amberlynn broke up. So I wanted to clear things up. Like, I don't want to be a distraction from what she's got going on, because I know that's what she's doing.
Yeah. Amberlynn did say that you deleted a lot of their messages and that she didn't know why. She did mention that. I'm not sure if it was texts or what, but...
No.
I don't know if it was, I don't know what messages she's referring to, but she did mention that you erased messages and she didn't know why you did that.
I mean, there would be no reason for me to delete stuff, because I clearly told Amber that Brittany does not go through my phone. I don't go through her phone. I don't even know her passcode. Like, we don't know each other's passcodes. Well, she knows mine because I've had it forever. But she doesn't go through it. I leave it on the bed, like while I'm in the shower. I leave it around her. I don't, she can go through it anytime she wants to, but she doesn't.
Well, maybe she should.
Well, I mean, it's just, there's a lot of contradictions here of Amberlynn saying one thing and you saying the exact opposite, and vice versa.
I don't care. I could care less what she said.
I mean, that should be figured, though, right? That's always Amberlynn's MO. People come out and say stuff, and even if they have the receipts for it, she'll still come out and say, oh no, it's the complete opposite.
Yeah. There was a point during the live stream earlier today that Amberlynn talked a little bit about yours.
Bless your soul, Jordy. Oh my god. Yours
A relationship on the phone in an intimate sense, that you guys were sending and receiving videos and pictures of explicit nature to one another, and that at one point you sent...
That's wild to me, dog. Ugh.
A video of yourself
30 some odd years old and she has to resort to phone sex. My god.
Doing things, and in the background or on the side of the video she could see Brittany's leg or Brittany's slipper, and she kind of was maybe under the impression that Brittany was sitting next to you or near you watching you do this. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and no, that's not the case. But as far as the videos and stuff, I will admit there was that, but I don't necessarily want to go in depth with that, because I'd like to respect what's left and try to move on from this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I suppose just like the glare. I mean, I understand that, like, not wanting to talk about, sexual things, explicit stuff. That makes sense and everything. But I mean, just like the glaringly, obvious contradiction here is Amberlynn's whole basis for her live stream today as to why she believed that she was allowed to talk to you and allowed to engage in a relationship with you, with her feeling somewhat guilt-free, is that you guys were in an open marriage. She said
she made a comment. She made a comment to me. I said, if my wife finds out, she will sue you. And even Brittany told her on the first phone call, I will send out a subpoena for you so fast your head will spin and you will have to get on a plane and come where we're at and come.
Bruh, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Could you imagine season 6 of the lawsuit? Oh.
To court. And before all this happened, I told her, I said she could sue you. And she said, I don't give a fuck. I'll go to court and I'll win.
Cocky. I mean, if that's to be believed, which that sounds like Amberlynn. It really does. Because she so frivolously throws that out as a threat that she's going to one day meet the right one that doesn't just mean it as a threat. They mean it as a promise. And I think it depends on what Amber does next. She better play her cards right, or I think Brittany has every right to go after her.
That's what Amberlynn, that's what came out of her mouth.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Amberlynn's just telling a very different story and said that the whole open marriage thing was very much on the table until as recent as like a few months ago. That she didn't know until like April.
Absolutely not. Because she would always ask if Brittany was in the room. She would always ask, where she was, and that she hates that Brittany's around because she can't talk to me that much. Like, it wasn't. Why would I care? Why would she care? Why would Brittany care if I was in an open relationship or an open marriage?
Yeah, I mean,
true.
Amberlynn, a lot of her live streams, I think that she's trying to disclose or to, make herself. It's like, well, this was okay because they were open, but I mean, it's completely polar opposites with you guys. I mean, it really doesn't even seem like there's any way.
I fucked up, and I'm paying for it.
What you're saying is Amberlynn knew the whole time you were married and that you guys weren't open.
Yes. After, after we kind of let's just say we're married for financial reasons that way, whatever. So that's whenever things, became aware. I told her the truth. Okay. And she was upset about it, but she still continued. And the home wrecker thing, so I don't know if you know what Moe's is. Moe's. Okay, so there's Moe's. It's almost like Chipotle.
Oh, Moe's Southwestern Grill.
Yes. So okay. I get the home wrecker burrito, and I always have for years. Always have. And I was on the phone with her while I was getting one, and she's like, "Oh, speaking of home wrecker," made a joke about it. So she was clearly aware.
Oh my gosh!
And how would I pull a story like that out of my ass and make that up? I think I just, you're asking me on the spot here. She did make that comment, and I did make the comment. I was joking, and I was like, "Yeah, homewrecker Lynn," and she got a laugh out of it, like she knew.
I have a feeling Amberlynn got off on the little ego boost she got from being like, I stole your man's. 1,000%.
I've eaten that burrito at Moe's, the home wrecker.
I know
it's the best. I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, it truly is the best. It's the only thing I get.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh. I mean, it's just crazy to hear your side of the story, just how different it is.
I understand everyone. I know that there's people out there that think all three of us are fucked up for this, and if anyone's fucked up, it's me. On this part of it, I'm the main culprit of this on my side.
Okay.
It was a mistake that I made, and I was, obviously, it was probably the dumbest decision I ever made in my life. And also, she said, apparently, Brittany got a message from someone that Amberlynn made a comment that I was still in love with her. I don't know if you heard that or not.
You mean like right now you're still in love with her?
Yeah, apparently.
I'm not sure. I don't remember her saying that necessarily, but she may have.
No. Well, I'm just to go ahead and clarify that now. No.
Okay, so
Absolutely not.
emotions on both sides, like this is done and over with. You're checked out. She's checked out. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
who knows if she's checked out? I will say that
I would like her to, like, let's just move on from this, please. I really don't think that there's any more information, really, to get out of it, unless Amberlynn wants to dig her heels in deeper and get herself into more trouble, which would be funny.
there were parts during the live stream earlier today where Amberlynn teared up and got kind of emotional, and she it kind of suggested to me that maybe she didn't receive her closure. She didn't really get all the answers. Maybe there were promises made that you didn't fulfill on, and she did seem a little bit hurt, I will say.
Okay, then why was Tommy with a plane ticket 16 hours after?
So why? That's what I want to know. Like, after all this happened, why was Tommy
Great diversion.
on a plane 16 hours after?
Do you have any guess as to how long Amberlynn and Emily were talking prior to you guys being there? Did she ever talk to you about Emily?
No.
No.
I didn't know about this
You didn't know
person
about
until-
okay.
I'm just now finding out about this person.
So it's really anyone's guess how long Amberlynn may have been talking to
Right.
her.
And I don't understand why this girl is, on. So my Instagram's private now, and, I've gotten some requests, and she was one of them, and I don't understand why. And she's also following Brittany, which I don't understand why. So I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on with Emily, Tommy, whatever her name is.
Okay. Amberlynn just seems to be really insistent on the fact that there has been a lot of unfaithfulness and problems in your marriage. And I mean, it's whether or not you want to get into it or not, but
That's not even her business to disclose. Like, I can sit here and disclose more stuff that I wrote down, and that has to do with things that have came out of her mouth. And we're not on that topic, and she's blatantly going out of her way to say these things about me. Whenever we could have just got on live tonight, and I could have just went over this entire list, this entire 2-page list that I went over. But we're not discussing that right now. I'm addressing your questions.
right.
And I feel like that's being respectful. So if she wants to give empty threats and sick her puppet on me and make TikToks about me or whatever it is that she did, that's fine.
As far as you just saying about the subpoena and the lawsuit and everything, what was, so you had talked about her, like if you were going to disclose that this all occurred, you were going to sue her. Sue her for what?
No, I told her that if Brittany found out, my wife would sue her for what is that?
It's a law here.
There's a law. It's a law here in this state. But she could be subpoenaed to court, and the comment was made that, she can take me to court if she wants to, and I'll win. That's what Amberlynn said.
Okay. Huh.
She didn't give a fuck, apparently.
I can have her actually pay me for y'all's infidelity.
That's wild.
Yeah.
She'd be paying me out.
She would have to pay like some type of fine on infidelity or something of that matter. That's what I was trying to explain.
Okay. Well, I mean, honestly, that's really, I mean, I know we've went over this a lot, and this probably takes a toll on you and everything. You might have a headache by the time we go to this, but I mean, I suppose before we finish up here, is there anything that you want to clarify, say? I mean, you said that you have a list in front of you. Is there anything that you want to say? Is there anything you want to address to Amberlynn?
Well, I would. Actually, I would, but I think that if she tries to lash back and say anything that she's not, that she obviously said some stuff that wasn't true and stuff that I feel that she shouldn't have said in this live stream today. So I'm gonna hold on to this, like what I got,
in any kind of sexual manner, why does she feel the need to talk about that?
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, why was the sexual stuff brought up? But I didn't even mention the type of stuff she sent me. And, you know, you can get in big trouble showing stuff like that. Like, I know that. And
It seems like I mean, because there was a point earlier today that Amberlynn felt maybe a little bit nervous that you would show photos or videos of her, and
no, and if she does that to me, she's going to court. Like, I wouldn't do that. That's a whole court ordered situation. Like, she could get in huge trouble if she shares that stuff, and I could too. I'm not going to.
yeah,
That's revenge. That's like what, revenge pornography or something? No, you can get in big trouble for stuff like that.
yeah.
Like,
she basically said the same thing too. She said, you know, if there's pictures out there of my tits, if there's videos or whatever, she basically said that she's prepared to lawyer up.
That's fine. She doesn't have to worry about that. I'm not okay. So let me give you a little background check, and I have receipts of this. I finished my college degree in criminal justice, unlike her. So I have a degree. I know somewhat about the law, and I know that is not that is not something that I would do.
Gotcha.
That is not. I don't care if she's the lowest of the low. I'm probably lower than she is right now to a bunch of people. Who cares? I don't care. But somebody else was going to fall victim to her. Somebody else was going to fall victim to her.
I mean, true. That's true. True, but more people still are going to. You know, people aren't going to learn their lesson.
Here I am. People will probably like, oh, Erica's disgusting, whatever. But I know not to go that low, to send stuff out like that. People can really get in trouble for stuff like that.
But allegedly you were sending stuff out like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of seeming like on both ends, both of you don't have an interest in releasing screenshots or photos, videos, anything of the nature.
And I would really love if she would stop trying to talk about it.
No, and she needs to stop talking about Brittany's sex life. That was uncalled for. Because I could.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as much as she has things to say about you, she does have. I mean, talking about Brittany's infidelity.
Okay, well, ask Apathetic Facts for that phone call I sent her. If you haven't gotten it already, Apathetic Facts has a whole conversation of that. So, me and my wife are active, yes, and there's no what she's saying isn't adding up to me. So there's no reason.
Well, to be fair, girl, some of what you're saying isn't adding up either, but that's just me.
And for her to talk about Brittany in that manner.
Yeah, so I suppose it's kind of like ball is in Amberlynn's court if she wants to keep running her mouth, if she wants to say something about Brittany.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, because I'm going to hold on to this 2-page list that I have that I remember coming out of her mouth as far as her personal issues, as far as Eric, as far as Becky, as far as as far as Destiny. I have stuff that she has disclosed to me. So if she wants to say anything else, she is more than welcome to. But I'm going to hold on to this list. So the ball is in her court.
Kind of making vague threats, let's be honest. Y'all, so random, but I just had to pause the stream for so long. I'm gonna go to that horror convention. I'm so excited. I only got the photo op for Heather Langenkamp and Robert Englund, so I'm so excited. I'm gonna bring my poster. It's an old vintage Nightmare on Elm Street poster, so I want to see if they'll sign it. I'm just excited, you guys.
So there are things.
If I could look into the camera and say that the ball is in your court, I would, but I'm not on camera, so I can't pull an Amberlynn on that one.
I have a pretty good feeling she's hearing everything you're saying right now.
I don't care. I do not care.
Yeah. So
I do not care.
Can y'all hear the thunder?
I don't care about her. I don't care about Tommy. This is a whole big distraction from what she got herself involved in. And, you know, yeah, maybe she wanted to clarify that me and Tommy were two different people, but she went way too far by name dropping me.
I agree.
So once people found me and was messaging me, like Salty Crab, don't know if you know who they are. I was like, okay, it's time to, you know, at least get my
So I wonder why they didn't go with Salty Crab. Interesting.
side out, because people were obviously not knowing what the full story was. So yeah, the ball's in her court. It is.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, sorry,
And
just not to go.
It's nothing that's going to get the channel striked. I already know the things I can say. But if she wants me to say anything further about Alexis or about Eric or, you know, Beck.
So there are things that could be said about some of her friends, some of her past lovers.
I understand that. You're right. But I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I might be dumb for this. Yeah, I'm absolutely fucking dumb for this. But I'm not going to sit here and show all my cards. So she can cut. This is my message to her. Hi, Amber, if you're listening.
Girl.
You can stop talking about me now and address the Tommy situation, and we can go on with our lives, and you can just deal with Tommy, and you and Tommy can be happy, and we can just cut ties and not speak to each other anymore. Like, that is the opportunity I'm giving you. Don't sit here and give me threats. I'm not threatening you, but
kind of
watch what your next move is. That's all I have to say.
That sounds like a threat.
Amberlynn actually did provide a response here to everything you're saying right now, and she said she needs to talk about the $2,400.
What $2,400?
How did I cost her $2,400?
How? What does that
Tell
even?
her she can reach out to me if you want to answer.
I don't know, something about $2,400.
She can reach out to me if she.
Oh, she can reach out to Brittany if she wants to talk about that.
You see that tone shift? Like going from I have no freaking clue to you can talk to her. Dude, it's fishy. It's fishy, okay? Like, we can't deny that.
I don't know what the hell that's even about, but Brittany does. So she can reach out to Brittany, talk to Brittany about that. But if it has anything to do with money that I asked for or money that I spent on her, no, not $2,400. She was giving money to other people, but not that much. It wasn't even close to that. I don't even recognize that amount of money.
Okay.
$2,400. What the hell is she talking about? Okay. All right.
Oh, interesting. So Brittany clearly's got a little bit more tea, I would say, which is strange.
She can handle it.
Yeah.
Brittany knows something I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, Amberlynn did definitely bring up a lot of things today, but it kind of almost made it seem like you guys were the aggressors. I mean, she went on to say things like, well, Brittany was the one who brought up having pictures of my tits. She was the one that brought up all the pictures. So, I mean, just kind of...
Where did she even say that Brittany had pictures? Like, where did Brittany say she had pictures of her tits? That's what I want to know, because this is new to me.
I believe she did say that.
Just something that Amberlynn said in my chat maybe like 5 minutes ago, that Brittany's kind of the one who initiated the whole discussion on leaking photos, videos, stuff like that.
If Amberlynn has anything to say to or about Brittany, she can address it to Brittany. And I will say this, Jordy, I don't know why you allow her on your channel, because she talked trash about you. She hated Zachary Michaels. She doesn't like Apathetic Facts. She doesn't like, of course she wouldn't. She doesn't like Karina Kaboom. She doesn't like any of you guys. And, you know, I know that this is your platform, but she says that you are not a very good
See, this rubbed me the wrong way.
person. She said a lot of things about everyone. I actually defended Beck one time to her, and she flipped her lid. And so I don't understand why. Like I said, I have some things written down, and I'm telling Amberlynn right now, this can stop. This can stop right now. We can stop talking about this. Stop making me a distraction and address what you currently have going on. This is past stuff. She is in a current situation that is more serious, in my opinion, with what she's got going on with Emily, Oak, Willow, Tommy. If they're all the same people.
Okay, well, I think that the way that things...
I just love how the not the goalpost, but like where the attention is being pushed keeps changing depending on the party, you know? Amberlynn's like, well, look over here, and these guys are, well, look over here. It's such a mess, y'all.
Been left are pretty clear cut right now, as far as if Amberlynn has anything else that she wants to say, if she wants to keep this going. It sounds like you definitely still have things to say if that is the case. So
well, I'm gonna leave it to her. Like, yeah, of course she's got to make money on YouTube. She needs the clout. She needs to look like, you know, the victim. And we're not victims here. We're not. Well, I'm not a victim at all. So
Brittany,
she can drop this. I'm giving her the opportunity to drop this, and we can just not talk about each other anymore. She can go back to her vlogs. She can go back to spending time with her mother, which I think that she needs to do. Her mother is actually a very sweet person. I believe that. And I'm definitely not going to say what she has said about her mother to me.
Please.
I'm not going to say that because I have respect for...
Oh, please, come on. Oh, I know there's some juicy tea there. You can see the animosity in the videos.
People's family. So, that being said, this can stop now. Deal with what you got going on with this Tommy situation and leave this alone. Just drop it. Drop it. I'm dropping it. You need to drop it. So go film a vlog. Go film you walking Twinkie. Go film you getting your nails done with your mother. Call your mom. Tell her you love her. And we can just go about our lives. I'm giving you the opportunity now.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything else unless she does. That's it.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I mean,
well, she must have said something else because allegedly she's now going and like spilling tea on wifey online.
She has nothing to worry about as far as me leaking texts, leaking photos, because I'm not getting in any trouble. Leaking videos, she has no worries of that on my part. So she can chill out. But I'm telling her through you, this can all end tonight on this stream, and that is what my motive was tonight, is to give her the opportunity to keep her mouth shut and to leave me alone. She should have never name dropped me just to prove that this horrible person she was talking to was not me. I didn't care.
True. That's true. She was just so hell-bent on proving that Valentine was a real person.
Cares about me, like in my drama. Like, everyone is more involved in what the current girlfriend is doing. I don't think they broke up. I think they're still together. There's no way they broke up. There's no way they broke up. No way. Absolutely not. I couldn't get away from her. You think she's going to let her go? No. So I'm telling her now, deal with that. Go off of YouTube for a little bit. You know, get your head together. Start fresh on something new. Find a new hobby. Create new content. Leave me alone.
Okay. Well,
and I will leave her alone.
You know, the fact that she name dropped you in the first place kind of tells me that she's interested in stirring all of this up. So
no, 1,000%.
I mean, no,
Right.
I would like to believe that tonight's the end of it and there's no pictures, there's no nothing. But I mean,
No.
I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be
She
surprised.
has nothing to worry about. And I know that other people are going to take this live stream, Jordy, and make their own video of it, and that's fine. But as long as there's no further response, it's fine.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna feed into the reaction channels. I'm not gonna feed into the
Well, girl, that's exactly what you're doing.
messages. I'm not gonna feed into the comments because I don't do that. But if I see anything on her end with my name in her mouth again, then it's just going to be a whole nother situation. And I know, and I really hope that she does not do that. Really hope. And I'm not threatening her in any way. I just want this dropped. She needs to focus on her and Tommy. They need to be happy together. Whatever it is they got going on, I want to be left alone. I should have never been brought into this. I was going about my business until my name got dropped on YouTube and my face is everywhere.
Right.
Like, I'm trying to patch things up with the fucked up shit I did. Yeah. For all you people watching, I'm a horrible person for this. You know, I get it. I know. I'm a piece of shit. I shouldn't have did this. This was fucked up. I shouldn't have did this to Amber because she's...
I mean, yeah. Yeah. But also, like, Amber had it coming. She really did. We've been telling her for years, girl, stop talking to these random fans online and then trying to be in a relationship with them. Like, come on now.
You know, she's got her issues. You're right. Okay. And
I have a feeling she goes after people that she knows are fans because then they know, like, most of the dirty bits. You know what I mean? The fact that she doesn't shower often, the fact that she looks the way that she does. If she were to go on, like, Tinder or something, she would have to go to catfish levels to get some attention.
things did get out of hand. Okay, I admit that I was wrong. I'm not on here saying that I'm not trying to stray away that I didn't do anything wrong. I am completely wrong doing this, and no one is perfect. I'm a human being.
Okay, Amber, give us that same old song and dance.
I had, I conducted some ill actions that I should have never done. And that's that. So this can end now. So I'm hoping, Jordy, that this could be
honestly, you haven't talked to Amberlynn since like June, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I just want this, and then all this. It's the end of July. It is August 1st, and all of this crap spills out.
Right.
I don't get it.
I mean, you know why? You know why?
Was
you know why that your name was thrown into the ring?
To get to be a distraction, or to what?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this was to deflect. I mean, I don't think that Amberlynn had any interest in this, but she needed something very bombshell-like to take all of the focus off of. Because, I mean, I don't know if you've seen everything, but the screenshots and the whole story regarding Tommy/Emily, it's a whole mess on its own. So I think that you were the perfect distraction, and that's kind of why she roped you into this. And who knows, maybe she feels a little bit hurt by you still, and this is her way of getting back at you. So
that's fine, and I get it. And yeah, Amber can cry on a dime. She is very intuitive with her emotions.
True.
And how she expresses herself.
I think she's more in tune with using her emotions to manipulate.
But that she can be hurt all she wants to. People heal. People get over things.
Well, she hurt you guys in the first place, by going and releasing that information. It wasn't necessary.
She even stated it herself. Once a door is closed, she doesn't reopen it.
She is quite frickin' forgiving.
And I'm not trying to open up any more windows, doors, emergency exits. I'm not trying to do this to her. I don't want to do this to her. But if
I don't want to do this. You're making me do it. Okay.
This does not stop. I will.
Okay.
And it's not going to be receipts. It's going to be stuff that came out of her mouth that when people hear it, if people, the right people hear it, they will know that it's true, and they will know that it came out of her mouth.
Okay. Well, I
So
mean,
this
I
can
think
all
that
stop.
I think that it's been left in a very clear-cut way. I think that she gets the point. I think that you've made yourself very clear.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I'm the piece of shit here. I don't know how many people you have watching, but just let me be the piece of shit, cheating spouse, whatever it is I'm being called on the internet. I have no idea. I don't check in. Just let me be that, and just everyone move on. That's it. Okay, I'm disgusting. I'm whatever. I'm trash. I don't care. Okay, we're trying to patch things up. We're trying to
I love how he's just like, oh, I want to hang up so bad.
move on. That's that. And I don't want to do this.
gotcha.
Oh, he's so checked out.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Erica and Brittany. I'm not sure if you guys have plans to involve yourself or participate anymore, but maybe.
No, we don't, unless there's a response to this. We do not. So we're ending this, and I'm hoping that she does too.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining me again. Appreciate you kind of getting your side of the story out there and everything. And hope you guys have the rest of your good night.
Alrighty.
All right. See you
You
later.
too. All right, bye.
Well, you guys, that was something, wasn't it? This video is more than long enough, so, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe, become a channel member. I'm thinking, hopefully this situation can just be closed now at this point. Like, it seems pointless to keep digging into this further. We need to know about the Tommy. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much once again. And I will catch you in the next one. Take care.